G'day viewers, welcome back to the channel. It's Mel here. Yes, I know it's been a long time between drinks when it comes to the long form videos, but I have done probably a baker's dozen shorts and at least around about half a dozen posts as well. This video is going to be just a quick update in regards to probably the last half a dozen shorts I've done. Just give a sort of like a bit more in-depth look on what's going on, including when Kaz did this Clayton's unboxing of this fella here. I will do another video where I'll go into a proper update about what's been happening since I did my Christmas videos, that's how long ago my last long form was. But before we get into, i.e. this guy, I just want to quickly talk about one thing that was happening earlier this year, is when people were talking about catalogs. Carrera came out with their catalog back in, was it January, mid-January? And they were saying the 25 catalog. Can we please stop calling them 2025 catalogs? As you can see, they used to do 2010, 2011. I don't know when they stopped that, but it'd be nice to see Carrera go back to that, because to be honest, it's mid-March now and there are still more Carrera items from the 2024 catalogue that still haven't rocked up here in Australia. I'm sure it's the same in New Zealand, North America. You know, tell us in the comments if you're still waiting on stuff you've pre-ordered. But why can't we go back to this scenario? We're not stupid. We can work it out. If someone knows somebody at Carrera, can they please tell them? Anyway, let's get on to this guy. All right, so what you got is the body of the Viper. You're actually looking inside it. Just going to show you what I get up to the lights. So these things just here and here, sorry, there and there, they're the rectifiers for the LEDs. So it can run off AC, DC, or DCC. Now DCC is digital chip control. Because the mob I use, they actually have a lot of these for the train sets as well. As you can see there, I've got, oops, Poindexter's blown up. There you go. That's for a headlight. Be interested to see how they go. Now, as you can see, I've used my Erudite Ultra Clear. Good stuff to paint. The only thing I remember is that the light will reflect off that. So if you end up oozing too much glue, you'll get a bleed through the bonnet. So another reason why you can see I've already painted this area here, because actually the Viper's got two, I call it fog lamps. I'll put two LEDs in there. So there's actually 4 LEDs. The size I'm using, oops, is the nano ones. So I've got nano chip warm white, because the Viper had halogen lamps, so it's getting the warm white. And it's also got warm white for the tail lights. I'll just quickly put it down for you. Now the hole for the lights ain't very big. Really, spit it out. Originally they would have had 3 globes. This is going to have to work off the one. I'm not going to try to cut more holes into it. So we'll have to see what it looks like. All right, I've got a battery hooked up, 9-volter, just to check for the light bleed through these lights. Now I've painted that headlight and given a second coat for the rest. I'm gonna have to do another one because you can see a little bit of bleed through. I just use the old typical enamel paints, white for the cable going past the vent, which I'll show you in a sec, and of course the black for the headlights. So that's what I was talking about. So the cable's coming up, painted them white. I've done a bit of a cross your heart bra routine with the tail light cables and pinned them up. If you're my age, you know what I'm talking about when I say cross your heart bra. Also, I did stuff up on the earlier video that I said warm white for the tail lights. They're actually red LED, nano size, exactly the same size, but not warm white, of course. I think I had it on the brain. And now what I will do is I'll get the chassis out. All right, so here's the Viper chassis. It's got the typical angle winder motor, 21k RPM. has the hole and the slot ready for the chip. I don't have a chip at the moment, so what I've got to rejig the wiring anyway to the motor. So what I'm going to do is hook up, disconnect the motor, then hook up the lights temporary. So stick around to the end of the video because I'll show you what it looks like fully lit at night, just so you get a general idea what it's going to look like once it's up and going. And from here, we'll just go on to how I got a delivery the other day and what those bits and pieces are for. All right, got a delivery yesterday of some Tyco parts and pieces that I needed for a couple of my sets. One of the sets that needed parts was this guy. Needed some more flags. So here you go, look at that. Some original flags with the actual original stickers. What I've done is actually I just copied and then printed the stickers, which I've now cut out, as you can see just here. Put one on. There's some of the original ones. Supposedly I need 16 for this guy. But, you know, the box art sometimes is BS when it comes to what the actual layout is. The 18 version, I'm looking for some flags for that as well. And when I was talking about BS with the look of the track, on the 18 picture, the actual track, I think it's like actually a mirror in reality. Also with this track, I had some broken guardrails, which came in the set as well. Plus, see these bridge supports, I think it's that size. I need that for the 18 as well. Instead of having 2 of these and then 2 of these, it actually had 4 of these. So now I've got 2 of them to make that track complete as well. All right, so now we're just talking about this fella here. See the box art, how it looks here. Now, unfortunately I don't have the original paperwork, but I've been able to download it. But look at the layout. It's pretty much a mirror image of that. And if you go check out my YouTube short on it, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. So here's the jump section now with all the flagpoles now put up. Now these are the repop stickers, as I'd like to call them. So it looks pretty cool, and they will definitely do. Also, remember how I was confusing you guys about the bridge supports? So it says here you can have 2 small, 2 medium, 2 large. What I got was 4 medium and 2 small. So the 2 new large ones will replace 2 of these guys. So now this 18 set is 100% complete, except for, as I said, no original paperwork. So cool bananas. All right, some people might recognize this guy from the Christmas countdown. Isabella, look at the cars. So you might remember that. Anyway, this set was missing probably only 3 poles. And the interesting thing is, I had all the stickers, but I still had an extra one, which is a bit weird. And it's interesting to see the difference between the different years, the different colors, but the same design. Before anybody does say it, I did try some of the original stickers because I had 2 of these. So just for shits and giggles, I did have a crack at it, which I knew was going to happen. Didn't stick. Plus also the print started flaking off the actual paper. Probably made them look better to blend in with the other ones. So out of all the gear that I got, oh, one other thing. Where is it? Gotta find it somewhere. I'll find it in a minute. Oh, there it is. 2 flagpoles, 2 flagpole sets. Answer my own question. This one actually had 13 poles and probably 15 stickers. So I had to print off 1 to complete it. But it is definitely one set is 8 poles. So that means 3 Tyco sets I've got now with the parts that I got yesterday delivered. Now all 3 are now complete. Cool bananas. All right, so I jumped in the DeLorean and it's now nighttime. If you're wondering what you're looking at, this is one of my portable scenery pieces. Just because I've got a temporary track doesn't mean I can't have scenery. I've done probably 3 shorts on a couple other scenery pieces, including this guy. It's got Magnetic Racing Spectator Sand. That's a Slot Track Scenics burger van. And in the back there is a container by Magnetic Racing. That actually hides the power supply. What it is, it's an old driver from a LED downlight, which in layman's term is just a transformer. So that's the power supply that feeds this whole display. And of course, off it goes, gets plugged in to the power board over there. And there's, see the Castrol sign in the background? That's another piece there. And of course, that's Pit Road, which again, there's been a few shorts on that. So go check out my shorts if you want to see more detail about that as well. So let's have a look at what we come here for. And that is the PlayStation Viper. I'll get Poindexter to turn this PlayStation on. Ta-da! I'll just turn down the PlayStation music. For the people that don't have digital slot car tracks, just a reminder, the tracks here, as soon as you turn on the CPU, which I've got covered up at the moment, you've got 13.4 volts continuously on the track, regardless if you've got the hand triggers on or not. So with that in mind, you've got to remember that this doesn't have a chip in it. Oops, sorry about that. So what that means at the moment, these are running on 13.4 volts. So the tail lights are actually too bright for what they should be. Once it runs through the chip, it's only got about 3 volts. And then when you hit the brake function, it's about 7 volts. So wouldn't be quite as bright as this. A lot dimmer on standard tail light setting, and similar brightness when it's in the brake mode. And then on the front, remember I was talking about that it had 4 warm white. So you can see the 2 spotlights underneath. Oh, sorry, fog lamps is really what they are. And then you've got the yellow tinted headlights above. Again, they're running on 13.4, but when it's going through the chip, it will be a little bit dimmer, not much, because it runs on about 9 volts. So, next video on this will be showing the chip install, and then I'll get Kaz to run around the track. Look out for what will be part 2 of what's been happening. That will come out same time next week, and I'll start trying to do more videos on a more regular basis. So all I ask for you to do, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And of course, thanks for watching.